all at once? Yes? No? 23 years and 2 months. And most of the Quran was revealed because of events that happened. Things happened, then Jibreel comes down. So the companions know why this verse, why this group of verses, why this set of verses were revealed. They knew the context. That is why you will have someone like Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, someone the Prophet ﷺ actually advised us to learn the Quran from him. He said, خُذُوا الْقُرْآنَ مِنْ أَرْبَعٍ, learn the Quran from 4. The first on that list is Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. He said, by Allah, I know every single verse of the Quran, where it was revealed, when it was revealed, how it was revealed, and why it was revealed. Do we have that knowledge? We don't. We open the Mus'haf, we read a text. Some of you say, shifts from one story to another, from one incident to another, and jumps back and forth. And that is why many of us, we approach the Quran, we just want to tally hasanat. Many of us, many Muslims. And it's a sad reality. I just want to get 10 hasanat for every letter. Others, maybe they approach the Quran with the intention of feeling good. I'm feeling down. When I read some Quran, I feel good. Which, by the way, there is nothing wrong with that. But the question here, was that the intention behind the revelation of the Quran? No. The Quran is a book of guidance. It's supposed to guide you. Now, how in the world do you expect guidance to come to you when you have some hindrances between you and understanding it? So the point I'm trying to make here is the challenge that we have as Muslims at this time and age is we lack the context. I tell you Surah Ibrahim. Yeah, Surah, it's beautiful. But why was Surah Ibrahim revealed? When it was revealed? How did it help the first generation of Muslims? You see, if I figure this out, I will, someone who is living at this time and age, 1450 years almost after the revelation, be able to derive lessons from this surah. And has it impact you? Have it impact me like impacted the first generation of Muslims? طيب, most of the scholars, if not all of them, they mention these 6 surahs were revealed after the year of sorrow. Do we know what the year of sorrow is? Amul Huzn. Have you ever come across a year in the life of the Prophet ﷺ which the writers of biography of Siyar, they said this is the year of sorrow, the year of grief. What year was that? And what happened in this year? Okay, the year that Khadija died, radiallahu anha, and who else died? Abu Talib. With the death of Khadija, the Prophet ﷺ lost his homey kind of environment, the internal comfort. Khadija was a comfort to Rasulullah ﷺ. And with the death of Abu Talib, what happened? Although he was not a Muslim, he lost what? The protection. And guess who assumed leadership of Bani Hashim, the tribe of the Prophet ﷺ? Who became the leader? Anyone knows? Abu Lahab. Imagine Abu Lahab became the protector of the Prophet ﷺ. And that is why the Prophet ﷺ started pursuing another place. And consequently, he journeyed to Taif. He did that that visit to Ta'if, the trip, the journey that we know how it was devastating on our Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. رحلة الطائف هذه. These 6 surahs were revealed from that time until the Hijrah. And subhanAllah, this is where the debate is about Al-Ra'd, because Al-Ra'd somehow comes in, some of it really at the very initial phase of the Madani and the end of the Makki. So it was like more of the transition between the two. Now, what was the major change that happened after those 3 years of grief and sorrow and persecution and humiliation for the Muslim Ummah? What happened? The Muslims became established on earth. They became empowered. How? They migrated to Medina. Who became the leader of Medina? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And what law did it govern Medina? The constitution. What constitution? The charter of the Sharia, the charter of Medina. That's, you call this what? Islamic governance. Muslims were leaders now. They have their own entity. That's, I wouldn't like to use that word Islamic State, because first of all the FBI doesn't like it, you know. And it's not really the right term. It's really Ummah. Ummah is the name for this. Ummah, community. And listen, it's not a Muslim, purely Muslim. It's pluralistic. You know what pluralistic is, right? Here is the construct of this community, the pieces. Pagan Arab, Jews, remnants of Christians, some leftover Christians, because most of the Christians went to the place called Najran, which is still in Saudi Arabia, the Shia place now, right? Remnants of Christians. And here is the interesting piece. Now, for you to know, at this time and age, what resembled our national system now is the tribal system. So like you say, I'm from Egypt, you're from Pakistan, I'm from India. Okay, at that time, it was what? I'm from Aus, I'm from Al-Khazraj, I'm from Tamim, the tribal system. Imagine the Muslims who migrated from Mecca to Medina, beside Al-Aus and Al-Khazraj,